It's 12 o'clock and it's time for the papers. On Kings FM 88.5, this 25th day of June 2025, Kings Local Daily. I'm Sam Andrews. Make no mistake about it, stick it in your head. One tale of our existence on Earth centers on information. There's nothing we can do without information. It saturates the atmosphere. It affects us directly and indirectly. We got no option but to face it head on as it faces us head on. Not being a part or not giving attention to it, you are tossed to and fro, used, abused, and you just regret it by the informed. Several papers we've got in this afternoon, ranging from the news all the way to the Inquirer in the last paper. These are the papers on King's Local Daily for today. The news, the nation's news since 1989. Women Voices, pro-government, pro-unity party paper, Verity, The Authoritative Heritage, Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you, In Profile Daily, The Inquirer, The Liberian Investigator, In Pursuit of Truth and Integrity, New Republic, Hot Pepper, always reporting it hot, We Too Belong, and Hard Facts. Let's begin with the newspaper. Lead story. Lawmakers born justified, but court reserves ruling. Lawmakers born justified, but court reserves ruling. The lead story of the newspaper. Footnote story, front page. Undermining viability of county councils. COS on amendment of Local Government Act. COS is civil society organizations. The back page of the news. House concurs with Senate on outstation port autonomy. Lawmakers proposes termination of Atlantic Resources concession. He's naming Batikwa. Bouaka signs book of condolence for late President Doe. Works Ministry, Swedish government launched village access roads in 3 counties. That's the Ministry of Public Works. The news, the nation's news since 1989. It's out today for $40 Liberian as usual. You should get used to the price now. It's fixed, it's regular. It's only $40 Liberian. From any one of the vendors, you can get a copy. With this lead story, lawmakers bond justified, but court reserves ruling. The Women Voices newspaper is next up. Lead story. Who killed Sianen Ricks? LNP identifies 5 persons of interest in connection with a gruesome death. Who killed Sianen Ricks? LNP identified 5 persons of interest in connection with a gruesome death. The lady who came from Canada to assess her constructed property here was attacked, murdered, caught. Yeah, they said she was chopped all over, raped allegedly, and murdered, and went further to burn her body. LNP is saying they got 5 persons of interest in connection with her gruesome death. The sub-lead story. U.S. Embassy mandates public social media profiles for visa applicants. Measure takes immediate effect. You'll be writing all kinds of things on Facebook. You'll be putting all kinds of things there. You'll do anything you want to do. The time is coming now. It will catch up with you. You people will not have visa to go to the United States. Whether you're public official, you're ordinary person, whatever. Since you think your Facebook page should be used for all kinds of messy stuff, you will be caught. One day you have the opportunity, and then at the embassy, they will just bring it out. Then you will say, oh, and that all can help you. It is the sub-lead story. U.S. Embassy mandates public social media profiles for visa applicants. Measure takes immediate effect. You will have to present it rather. Before then, they will have check. The back page of the Women Voices newspaper. Stan warns police IG Coleman recused from Capitol building arson case. He's on the back page, the head of Stan Mulbamolo. Kofa submits bond guarantors. Court reserves ruling in justification argument. President Bouaka suspends MCSS superintendent pending investigation into alleged financial misconduct. Liberia urged to boost women's representation in diplomacy. Government suspends national ID card issuance. The Women Voices newspaper, like the news, is out for $40 Liberian. You want to get a copy, please do. If you haven't yet, reasonable amount with this lead story. Who killed Sianen Ricks? LNP have 5 persons of interest into her gruesome murder. Pro-government unity party, that's pro-government paper, pro-unity party paper is next up. Verity News with this lead story. Kickback backfires. MCSS boss suspended. Kickback backfires. MCSS boss suspended. He's James A.S. Momo. The sub-lead story, crackdown on Buga schools. National Commission on Higher Education shuts down 35 unaccredited institutes. Peach Bility pleads guilty, the son of Representative Musa Bility. The back page of the Pro-Unity Party pro-government newspaper. Bouaka signs Book of Condolence. Ex-President Weah congratulates President Mada Bio of Sierra Leone on his ascendancy as head of ECOWAS. USD 5 million road project launched. Newport equipment to be commissioned. That's how it looks like for the pro-government, pro-unity party paper called Verity News. It is out for $40 Liberian. You want to get a copy if you haven't yet from any one of the vendors. If you just tune in, you're listening and watching King's Local Daily on King's 88.5. We are transmitting from Randall and Front Streets adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Today is Wednesday, the 25th day of June 2025. Next up, the authoritative Heritage newspaper. Lead story. Ahead of state reburial, President Boakai, lawmakers honor late President Samuel K. Doe. That's the lead story of the Heritage newspaper. Ahead of state reburial, President Boakai, lawmakers honor late President Samuel K. Doe. It carries the photographs of the bereaved family, scores of government officials, the president himself, signing the book of condolence. Sub-lead story: to uplift maritime education for cadets, LMA to dedicate dome at MRU in Ghana. LMA is the acronym for Liberia Maritime Authority. Defense prosecution clash over bond validity in capital arson trial. The back page of the Heritage. Over 30 fake colleges shut down as National Commission on Higher Education drops bombshell. United Lofa, United Liberia. Another CDC, big wing, backs Boakai as Colley breaks ranks. Publisher Brown ignites debate over President Boakai's right to fly private jet. His Liberian publisher, Philbert Brown. The authoritative Heritage is out to for $40 Liberian. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors. If you are unable, having yet, because of your busy schedule or location, your radio vendor has done that just for you by bringing the paper to you. Kings 88.5. It's coming up to 13 minutes after 12 o'clock. At 12:30, we out. Next up on King's Local Daily is Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Lead story of the Oracle News Daily. Kissy man backs Kissy president. That's the lead story of the Oracle News Daily newspaper. Kissy man backs Kissy president. Deputy House Speaker Thomas Falla backs President Joseph Yima Boakai. He said Boakai is from Lofa County, traditional leader, and he from Lofa County, traditional son. He is 100% supporting the president, just like the speaker said that he is regime speaker, 100% will support Boakai and allow everything to go through. So the deputy speaker has announced that he's supporting the president since he's from Lofa County 100%. What that means, if you don't know now, that the country is tribalized. The country is divided on tribal ground. Moreover, they are not hiding anything. So you too can take your decision based on your preference. It can be cultural, it can be religious, it can be political, it can be whatever. So you can say, I am supporting this person because he is a Christian. I am not voting for this person because he is not from my side. That's what the government officials have said, and it's bad. It's bad. So don't be afraid. If you're having an election, I can look at the person and say, I am a Christian. And that person who is running is not a Christian. So I am not voting for him. I'm going to vote for the Christian. Even if the Christian is not qualified, I prefer to go for the Christian. That's what the leaders are saying. They tribalize everything so you can religionize. You can do just anything as per your preference is your right. And that's a bad precedent, bad mannerism from these leaders in Liberia. The back page of the Oracle News Daily. Forest farmers reliant on slash and burn techniques raise Liberian dollars 2.2 million in less than a year. UL Cottington and 30 other universities risk closure. National Commission on Higher Education issues 1-year ultimatum. You take this to be serious? The University of Liberia, you can shut it down? Very interesting. The Oracle News Daily is out for 40 Liberian dollars. 40. You want to get a copy, and you ought to get a copy. It's compulsory, not an option from any one of the vendors. Just that if you are unable as per your location or what you are doing, then your relying radio vendor has brought the paper to you, Kings 88.5. The In Profile Daily is next. Lead story, front page. CDC warns we are out. CDC warns we are out. That's the lead story of the In Profile Daily newspaper, running a quote from the man who served as deputy spokesperson or one of the spokesperson of CDC 2023 campaign, Councillor Kanyok Bagbala. He thinks without we at CDC is better, can face anybody 2029. You believe him? Well, that's what the paper is running as its lead story. CDC warns we are out. Other stories, woman brutally murdered. Sando hits irresponsible criticisms. That's Deputy Information Minister for Public Affairs, Daniel Sando. The back page of the In Profile Daily. More Ali Summer on contempt charges. Representative Moliba warns tramadol restricted, 6 plenary intervention. National Commission on Higher Education on Earth fake colleges, university. House of Representatives cites NIC chairman, IMCC members. The In Profile Daily is out too for 40 Liberian dollars. 40, only 40. These papers in Liberia are reasonable. Out of Liberia, you can get a single copy for 40. No, not at all. So you want to get a copy of the In Profile with this lead story. CDC warns we are out. So you get the full detail. The photographs of former President George Weah and standard bearer of CDC and Kanyok Bagbala. The Inquirer, as we gradually wind out. Lead story, front page. National Commission on Higher Education suspends 22, shuts down 31 illegal institutions. That's the lead story of the Inquirer newspaper, one of the doyen newspapers on the newsstand, being around for rack of ages. Credible. You want to do business with them. NCHE, which is the National Commission on Higher Education, suspends 22, shuts down 31 illegal institutions. The head of that institution, Edward Wonkea, on the front page. The GAC report implicate LTA Abdullahi Kamara of any wrongdoing? That's the sub-lead story of the Inquirer newspaper. The GAC report implicate LTA Abdullah Kamara of any wrongdoing? He's on the front page. NEC gains Liberians' trust as survey highlights democratic gains, inclusion goals. The back page of the Doyen Inquirer. Ruling reserve in Kofa, others born hearing. Liberia chairs ECOWAS regional framework for public civil service institutions. And it carries a footnote pictorial of the signing of the Book of Condolence of the Doles at the pavilion in Monrovia. Former President George Weah, former President George Weah, President Boakai, and other officials. The Inquirer newspaper, like other papers, is out for $40 Liberian dollars. Reasonable. Get a copy if you haven't yet. Please do. "22 minutes after 12 o'clock. So we've got less than 7 minutes and then we out. The Liberian investigator is next up in pursuit of truth and integrity. Lead story. And the NPA, Central Power, the 55th legislature has shattered a 70-year port monopoly, with lawmakers approving a sweeping reform bill that strips the National Port Authority of control and hands power to autonomous port boards nationwide. Other stories as sub-lead: 31 colleges shut down, 22 suspended, no organ removed. Liberia Medical Dental Council has debunked organ theft, claims injures that's James Etta Cummins' death, citing kidney failure and internal bleeding. What do you expect? What do you expect? This too is Liberia. It is never right, and justice never for the ordinary. You expect LMDC to implicate ELWA hospital, big hospital, reputable. You know what it will mean for that hospital? Oh, come on, man. We understand the politics behind the scene. But it's such God has in control. He knows what to do. The back page is all sports of the Liberian investigator. Grandpa Doe returned to Liberian football, collapses over salary dispute with FC Fasel. Former Liberian midfielder Topa Sonkale died at age 38. User 8 freeze stalls basketball growth in Liberia, says LBA Buds. How many dollars the Liberian investigator is out for today? 50. Only 50. Less than 50. No more than 50. The hot pepper is next up. Lead story. President Boakai suspends another senior official of government over allegations of financial misconduct. Brutally raped and murdered. The lead story or sub-lead story. Brutally raped and murdered as Women Legislative Caucus condemns CNN Rick's tragic incident. Stay in Canada, work for several years, sent back several remittances to have her house constructed, came back, and then that's the end. Why? When people from other countries, Liberians, want to come back home hearing this. The back page, Stan demands recusal of IG Coleman, appointment of special prosecutor in capital arson case. ArcelorMittal Liberia contractor, turning point toward industrial rebirth, job creation. The Liberian Investigator, though, sorry, Hot Pepper. I'm so used to the Liberian Investigator. The Hot Pepper newspaper is out for 40 Liberian dollars, just 40, and that's it. The last but not the least, with the time at 26 minutes after 12 o'clock, hard facts. Lead story. Liberian economist rebukes Lima Bowie's misleading comparison of Liberian administrations. She's on the front page with the man who is countering her, T. Kuda Jaros, alongside the three presidents, President Sirleaf, President Boakai, President Weah. The footnote story, Deputy Speaker Fala declares 100% support for UP government. The back page, Eddie Jawulo urges President Boakai to reject port autonomy bill. President Boakai to commission new port equipment and launch nighttime sailing at the port of Monrovia. That's how the Hard Facts newspaper looks like. It is out for 40 Liberian dollars, like the other papers. So thank you. That's all the time we've got. 28 minutes after 12 o'clock. We are out. It returns tomorrow. Join us if you can. But before then, the news is on at 1. Please join us for Newsroom. I'm Sam Andrews.